Hi everyone, welcome to Coming Home, an interview series to navigate you through these challenge times. And today I'm very excited to have my dear friend Natalia Dewiyani to share her personal journey on how to turn stress into smiles and staying positive during this pandemic. Natalia has been an amazing friend to me and has impacted so much in my life and has reached so many hearts. And I'm going to read her short bio and then you will know why. Natalia Dewiyani is a happiness coach, speaker, and mindfulness meditator. She was diagnosed with two cancers, Ewing sarcoma and melanoma. Refusing to be beaten, she made her mission to embrace life through physically embracing every person she met. As a founder of Hugs for Change and Laughter with Cancer, Nat, the hugaholic, believes there's immense power in laughter and the human touch. She crushes her two cancer with hugs and laughter, and now on a mission to make this world a happier place. Through the eyes of dying, she finds an invaluable lesson. Life is too short to be stressed out and unhappy. So thank you so much for taking your time to talk to everyone today, Nat.
Oh, my pleasure.
And you start laughing. Great. And before we start, I'd like to ask you a question. What does coming home means to you?
Coming home is means to me because I believe people are happiest when they have the freedom to be who they are,
Yeah.
right? So coming home is about finding you again, finding who you are again, and feeling at home to be you. Because so many of us, I think we grow up and we have this perception of who we should become, and then we listen to the voices of others about who we should become.
Yes.
And then when you and I have both gone through cancer, once you are facing with your immortality, you realize that, oh, actually life is quite simple, and you find that you peel away all those layers and you find you. And there's so much freedom in that. So that's what coming home to me is, to find who you really are and be at home with who you are.
Thank you for the beautiful sharing. So now, Nat, many of us in this world now we are forced to stay at home. And, initially there will be, even now still from time to time, probably many people will have that emotion of fear and uncertainty, especially, people going through chronic health and or cancer journey like we did before. And I know you have dealt a lot about fear and anxiety and uncertainty during your own personal journey. So do you want to share with us a little bit about that and how you manage those emotions?
Yeah. So one really amazing accidental promise that I made to a friend. So like before I was diagnosed with cancer, I've gone through my own life challenges where, I stopped smiling for 2 weeks, like this face without a smile for 2 weeks, you know what will happen to it. So after that challenges in life, I make a promise that I never want to go back there again, because it's dark, and I know what it feels like when you are depressed, when you are in that low moment and you feel like you are not being you. Because I believe that who you are is love. That's who you are. That's why when people are angry, they say like, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't being myself. Right? Even when people are feeling down, they feel like, oh, I just don't feel like myself. Right? It's quite fascinating that even when people are feeling down or angry, or they're not in that place of love,
Yeah.
they'll say that, oh, I'm not being myself. So I was like, wow, this is quite fascinating that, who you are is love. And after feeling that, that's really, I don't want to be a person that is cold, that is dark, because I don't want to go back to that place. So I make a promise that, you know, if I can get out of that, I want to help others. So when I was diagnosed with cancer, my friend actually said to me, "Oh, Nat, you know, if it's okay to have days where you're not gonna smile."
Yeah.
And I said to her, like, no, no way, you know, I'm going to smile every single day, even if it's just once.
Yeah.
Because I've gone through what I've gone through and I don't want to go back there. So this promise, this accidental promise that I made to smile every single day,
Yeah.
you know, even if it's just once, right? So this one smile a day has become a very crucial toolkit for me
Mm.
to get through the day. And this is something that I want to share with everyone, is that have the be conscious about making the effort to find that one smile in every day. Because what will happen is that what people don't realize, by making this habit, we are rewiring our brain to look for the positive in every day.
Yeah. So you mean conscious? Does that mean like how you would suggest to like grow that consciousness to have that smile?
Just by asking that, like, okay, you know what, every single day I just have to find one smile. What is the one smile of the day that I have, that happens today? And obviously the other thing that I find is, because I was too sick to write down all my smiles, I recorded a video. So it becomes a purpose as well, that, you know, every single day I recorded a video. Or if you are not someone who's, you know, a bit shy, you can have a journal and then dedicate that, because we have to think about this. If I were to ask people, right, you know, what do you want to have in life? Almost everyone, I think everyone actually, will say, I just want to be happy.
Exactly.
Everyone will say that, I just want to be happy.
How to be happy.
Right? So, and then isn't it ridiculous that if you want to be happy, then you have to make the time to be happy,
Yeah.
right? And one smile, how long does it take to have one smile? 1 second, 2 seconds,
Yeah.
right? Less than a minute even, right? So
Mhm.
if you cannot dedicate just 1 second of your life,
Yeah.
for your happiness.
And then how can you be happy even like you want your life to be happy?
Yeah, exactly, right? So just one, you know, like it's not hard. Because we can smile, you know. Do you know that when we were little, when children, we smile 400 times a day.
Wow.
Children smiles 400 times a day.
And I don't know how about adults, maybe
Right?
40, 10 times a day.
So somewhere along the line we lost that.
Yes.
So when you ask about, okay, you know, how can we be conscious about, you know, finding the smile? So just start to have that question, you know, what can I smile about today? And it's only once, you know, like it's only 1 second of your life
Yes.
if you really want to be happy. And I'm not even asking you to go to the gym for like, you know.
That's much harder than some.
I'm not even asking you to do marathon, you know. It's something that is
Yeah.
so simple. You know, you can do it anywhere, anytime. Yeah.
And for people who don't feel like those, like don't feel like smiling, would you actually even suggest them just to fake smile at the beginning, or what do you think?
Not okay. So sometimes when we don't have the smile in our day, simple tricks that you can do is just you close your eyes and you just think about the people who have loved you, the people who have given you kindness, the people who make you smile in the past.
Mhm.
Right. Supposedly you have a bad day and then you have like a really, whenever I was, especially during cancer treatment, I was in a lot of pain, and I always,
Yeah.
whenever they give me an injection or whenever they have to change my what do you call it, my dressings, right? Because I had third degree burn and I have to get my dressing change every day, and I would say like, sing me a song or tell me a happy story,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you think about, what are the things in the past that makes you smile? If I were to do an exercise with you today, Esther, like supposedly you had a bad day, I can't think of anything that makes me smile today. So just close your eyes and then what was the funniest thing that happened to you like this week
Yeah, that's true.
or this month? Just think about that.
Mm.
And then you will smile. And then even in that smile, you can say to yourself, how grateful am I to have the memory of this that happened to me in the past. So that is something you can smile about, is having that memory.
Yeah. And I think, like you said, that to being grateful to have those memories to help you smile is really kind of a key to manage those fear and the
Yeah.
anxious moments. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just little things like that. And oh my goodness, like there are so many things that you can like have a laugh about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I always think I'm too serious. I know I'm quite funny inside, but I just want to let it out.
And sometimes we start with very simple things, because people think, oh, like a smile has to be like, wow, or something like that. And you start from like very simple things. It's just something that you can smile about. It could be just, wow, like, isn't it nice to just be able to, every day we open two gifts, right? These two eyes. We can open our eyes, it's a gift. Um, Sometimes going through cancer, it really makes me feel grateful about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Being able to breathe, that is something I can smile about,
Yeah.
because I had days where I struggled to breathe. I was really struggling to breathe, and to wake up without any pain in your body,
Yeah.
it's something to smile about. Like I had a period of time in my life where I was just in so much pain that I couldn't remember what it feels like to have no pain. I don't know if that's the same with you as well, Esther. Like, do you go through that period where you are in a lot of pain every day, or not?
Yeah. I probably like during my each cycle of my chemo, first 5 days, I have a lot of pain. But then I said to myself, yeah, I said, I'm so grateful because my mom was here looking after me, and I still, have a house to live, and my friends, I can go out for a little walk. I still have the energy. So
Mm,
yeah, so
yeah,
still I have a lot of things, even I had a lot of pain.
yeah.
Yeah,
And even if even if we go to like one step further, to even be grateful of the pain,
yeah.
because I said to myself, like, wow, I still feel pain. I'm still alive.
Oh. But for me, probably I would think, oh, why I have so much pain when that ends? That kind of a perspective, Nat. How do you shift that into like be grateful to your pain?
Okay, so it goes back to having the habit of having kind thoughts in your head, right? Kind thoughts. Because even saying like, oh, when will this going to end? It's a negative word,
Yeah.
right? It's a bad. Obviously, what I'm grateful for is that when I was younger, when I was in my 20s, I think I told you this, that I quit complaining.
Mm,
I quit complaining. I quit saying the word hate. I quit negative words,
sure.
right? And when you sometimes, right? Sometimes when I said to a client that I coach, if they're really, really like in a really dark, negative mood, I'm not even telling them to be positive. Do you know what I tell them? Just be Just be neutral.
Be neutral. Hmm.
Right? So because sometimes when you're so negative, you cannot even be positive. And I said, okay, you don't have to be positive, but I just want you to be neutral, which means that you reduce your negative words. That's all you need to do.
Yes, yes, I agree with that because you, like you said, you can't jump that big step to positive,
Yeah,
and
you can if you want to.
yeah, but then you can't maybe sustain very long because it's too big for the maybe for
Yeah.
that person. But make a little
So
step.
yeah, because what people don't realize is that our brain is shaped by our habit of thinking.
Hmm.
Because I train my brain to just find the positive in everything. That if you ask me to find 5 negative things that happens today, I would feel so weird. Like I would feel, it would feel like it's so strange for me to even say it.
Yes, yes.
It's like if you drink tea, right? You drink tea every day, and then one day you just like, okay, drink coffee. You're like,
Yeah,
what is this?
yeah, definitely.
Something like that, because it's a habit. You know, I can guarantee, like, if you ask me to find the 5 negatives that happens to you today, for some people it's very quick, bang, 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 bang. Like for me, I would struggle.
So what would you advise to those people, in immense pain or even, at the moment really down, struggle, can't get out, can't
Okay.
get out in the trap? What would you suggest them to maybe take a first little step?
Usually, okay, so I just, I suppose there's a lot of things that people can do. If you are really, first thing first, I know that people are depressed, they get caught up in that thoughts, but the issue or the problem is, the challenge is that your brain has the habit of thinking that way.
Yeah.
And you have to make a conscious decisions to want to change. That's the first start, is that do you want to change or not? And then when you say, okay, I want to change, you have to make it very, very easy, very, very simple for you to do that. Because I have worked with someone before who in that lower point. But the great thing is that when you reach rock bottom, it's a great news, because the only way is now up.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes when people are in that point, when they're depressed, but they still keep going, they keep going, they haven't hit that rock bottom yet.
Mm.
You know, there will comes where there's a turning point, and then once you reach that point, you just like shoot up, and then you just, okay, this is it. I don't want to have this anymore.
Yeah,
Right? But you have to make that decisions.
for sure.
You have to make that decisions. And you also have to be gentle with yourself, because the problem is that sometimes we're being so harsh that supposedly you had a bad day, and it's like, I just can't do anything. And then you are saying to yourself, oh, why are you so lazy? Or why are you like, like you're very so harsh to yourself. So you need to just stop that, and then just say, okay, today maybe I have a not so good day. But tomorrow is a new day. Just do what you can. Do something that you can do. Just do something rather than doing nothing. Just do something. Whether it's just to get up and have something to eat, whether it's just to get up and brush your teeth or have a shower.
Yeah.
The little thing, if you are in that low, very, very low point, it's just to do something small.
Businesses. Yeah, and slowly.
At least you are doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I give you a credit for that. Yes, I've done this today.
Yeah. So don't be too hard on yourself. That's number one. And it's good to also keep track of your progress as well. If you really want to change, it's important to just keep your progress. And have the habit to just have that one smile a day. I can guarantee you, if you keep doing this habit, sooner or later, do you know that they did a research between people who are depressed and the monk who meditate? It
Ah,
actually lit up a different part of their brain.
Yes.
So our thought is also like a muscle.
Yeah.
So positive thoughts is also a muscle that you need to use. The more you use it, the easier it, the more normal it gets.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, it will be strange. I love this saying that you need in the beginning you are trying to make what is not familiar familiar.
Yeah. And yeah, you're right. And once you're familiar, it's just a pattern like what
And
you
then
do
it's
now.
just so when people are talking about happiness, it's just about having a positive habits with the way that you say,
Yeah.
right? The way that you think. And it's all starts with your thoughts, and it's so powerful what's happening in between your two ears.
Yeah. Definitely. You always say 1 mile, 2 years.
Yeah. If there is one thing that people can do, sometimes it's so fascinating. When I work with a client, right, they don't realize the things that they said.
Yeah.
And I pick this up. Even the word that they say, like you said, "Ah, when will this end?"
Yes.
Right. Every complaint that we make, every negative question that we ask. So, for example, why does this always happen to me? Right?
Yes.
We will say that,
That thing always happened to me.
right?
Yes.
We need to be mindful that our brain is like a torpedo, right? Whatever you put out, it will seek for an answer.
Yeah. I heard someone said, like, to kind of a training is as soon as you said this bad thing, you caught up yourself and then you follow with a positive thing.
Yeah, I with one of my clients, I did this because it's quite negative. I said, with every negative thing that you say, you have to come up with the three positive.
Oh, yes. Three positive. Yeah, that's great. I love that. Yeah.
So that could be the positivity challenge. You can
Yes, yes. Maybe we can talk about this later on if you're going to do. Yeah.
yeah.
And the other thing that I'm quite very interested is I'd like to get you to share a little bit your insights as well is because now we come home and we no longer can have the traditional ways of our living. We can't go out, communicate with friends, can't meet the people we want to meet, we can't live the day we used to be. And then that sense of, loss and grief, which is like I felt very strong when I first like kind of stay at home. So, but I know that grief is a very, common feeling during your cancer journey. And I know it's quite big in the cancer world talking about grief. So I'd like to, hear a little bit about your thoughts on that.
Yeah. So again, we're talking about, making the unfamiliar familiar. Like even with this pandemic, in the beginning, we were like, oh, what is this thing, right? But now I think I don't know whether, do you get used to it now? I think a lot of people are getting used to the new way of living,
Yes.
right? Even though in the beginning it was awkward and "Oh, I can't see my friend," but now we are actually, this is something that people need to remember, that we are creative creatures. We will find a way. We will find a way. Like now when there's so many like Zoom, people are talking, people talking on the phone a lot more often. It's quite amazing.
Yeah.
It's actually quite amazing how people sort of evolve, and we don't credit ourselves for this creativity,
True. That's true.
right? And now you're getting used to it. And how quickly did that take you? It's not that long, but then you sort of just adapt,
Yeah.
right?
That capability of adapting the new ways. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can imagine it, that okay, I can actually adapt from like not from these isolations, a lockdown period. Imagine if you also tell yourself, oh, maybe I can adapt to having a positive habit as well.
Yeah, that's true. Like one smile a day and be conscious of our negative words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just say to yourself, okay, this is the situations that I want to be in right now, and that I'm gonna lock myself down from negative thoughts. Pretend of it that way, right? I'm not going to be infected by by negativity.
I
Just
know.
just have that pretend,
Yeah.
because sometimes our brain can't comprehend until you you have some sort of metaphor or the way to picture how things works, right?
Yeah.
So if I were to, okay, let's just pretend that negative thoughts is just like this coronavirus, you know. Every time someone says bad things to you, just wash your hand, let it go.
Oh, yeah. 20 seconds, to delete completely. Yeah.
Yeah. This is actually one of the gratitude exercises that I share with people, is that, especially during this pandemic, is that when you have negative thoughts, when you are doing this 20-second washing hand, you just pretend that, just channel your energy down into your hand, all the negative energy into your hand. And then as you wash it, you just wash it away,
I love this.
right?
Yes.
So this is something you can do.
So you
Anything.
imagine this, like the negative things when you're washing hands, like they'll go or.
Yeah, you can actually see, like, as you soak it, and then you just like, okay, I'm channeling all this negativity energy in my hand, and as you wash it with your water, it's being washed away from you.
Wow, I love that, Nat. This is a
Right?
great tip. Yeah, yeah.
And then you do this like so many times a day, because what I actually ask everyone, or people that work with me when I coach them, is that every single day you have to let go the negative that happens on that day.
Yeah.
Because what people do is that they carry them. Whatever negative that happens, they carry them until the next day, the next month, the next year, like the
More
next decade even.
accumulating. Yes.
Right? So every day you just let that go. You have to say, okay, this is what happened. What is something positive that I can take from here? And then you turn the pain into lesson, into a positive lesson, and then you let that go. That's all negative. That negativity is just something that is waiting to be transformed to a positive outcome. That's what a negative event or negative person
Yeah.
is. Like, you need to treat them as a teacher,
Yes. To teach. Yeah. What?
to teach you how to be positive from, how can you be positive from this,
Yeah.
event, or from this person. So that's what I take, like, I thank them as a teacher.
Yes. I think so. Like it's a master teacher to help us, like a stepping stone to
Yeah.
our, greatness or evolve or yeah.
Mm.
Definitely.
So, yeah. And another gratitude exercise that I share with people during the pandemic, this is gratitude pandemic style,
I
is that
know.
whenever you go to the toilet, and however many squares of toilet paper that you use,
Yeah.
right? When you go to the toilet and then you use the toilet paper, right? Depending how many squares you use, when you go to the toilet, that's how many times you should be grateful for. So if you use 4 squares, okay, I have 4 times to be grateful for.
Yeah. Oh, I need to be grateful for a lot because I use a lot. Yeah, I love that. Now I will be conscious about.
I know, right? Because people are going crazy about toilet paper. Oh no, we don't have toilet paper.
Yeah, and then maybe if we have known that long time ago, maybe we won't have those toilet paper issues.
Yeah.
Because we'll be thinking about others. So.
Yeah. Okay. So those are just a couple of things, relating to the pandemic. Wash away your negative thoughts, your negative energy. and pretend, like we can pretend that whenever you go out, you have this invisible mask to not let pretend that coronavirus is like negative, negative words, whether or negative people around you, they can't touch you because you have this
You
shield.
have this mask,
Yeah,
definitely.
you have this mask. They
And
can
know that,
they
yeah,
can say whatever they want, but it won't get to you.
and always know that you are protected and you are safe inside
Yeah.
you, that you have that sacred home space, your
Mm.
strong self. Yeah.
And if you can imagine it this way, okay, like negative people just pretend they are sick because what I believe is that happy people help others, hurt people hurt. Happy people help, hurt people hurt,
Yes. Yes.
right? So they are in pain because if people are happy, they wouldn't say any negative things. They wouldn't, right? So
Mm.
just think of it when someone say negative things to you, these people are just hurting or these people are just sick,
Yeah.
right?
And then in this case, we show compassion on them instead of like anger or
Yeah,
almost.
because if we interact with that energy,
Yeah.
it's just like you are taking off your mask and then that negative energy got into you and you become sick as well.
Mm. Yeah. It's, I know it's really important sometimes to protect us with a boundary.
Yeah.
It's,
So
yeah.
I think that's what has been helping me because obviously we live in a world where, everyone has different opinion. And we need to remember that whatever they are saying is just an input, not an insult.
Yes. And it's also just coming from them, but
Yeah,
how we respond is our responsibility.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's um yeah, so I suppose because for me I was just always so inspired by you, and I want to know like if the audience who are watching this episode they want to reach you further, how can they get in contact with you? And I know you have some special gift you want to offer to the audience today. So do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I have two Facebook page, Hugs for Change and Laughter with Cancer. And I can't wait till we can do free hugs again, Esther.
Yes, yes.
Wearing the same shirt.
You're wearing that's a Nat's shirt. So do you want to read that, Nat? Like
So it says life is too lonely without hugs and too short without laughter.
yes, exactly.
And then we didn't share the stories about how we met and we actually often did the free hugs at Federation Square. I was
Yes.
actually joking around with a friend. If I do that, they probably like, put me in jail.
Yeah, so I would invite everyone go to Nat's website. I think it's Hearts for Change. You are
And
laughing
Laughter
at
with Cancer, I'm more active on Laughter with Cancer. You can reach me on Facebook or email on the website. And for everyone who is coming home, I said I'm offering 15 minutes coaching with me, and I can help you find how something that you can do, practical things that you can do to flip your mind from negative to positive, because everyone has different ways to do it. And that's what I'm skillful for, is that I have the knack of finding what works for you in a simple way.
yeah.
And I also have, if you want to get the t-shirt, I said that I'm giving a 20% off for if everyone want to buy the t-shirt, they can put the code coming home. And I also have this beautiful postcard, especially during this pandemic where people can't see each other. And in this postcard, there is something that they call memories. So people can, this one actually, happy memories.
Yes.
And people can write, because sometimes what I find is that when you are in the hospital, and this is my experience, that when people are there, you don't feel lonely, but it is when people already gone home, when the visitors gone home, that's when it's the critical times, because people are just alone with their own head. And sometimes your mind can take you to a negative spiral. So my idea is that, by seeing this, even just seeing a positive word, sometimes it gives comfort, because when you read something and it is something that is positive, it is better than, saying something negative. It's better to read something that is positive. So if they can see all these like positive words, so for example, it says like, this begins with a smile, it makes them think. And then at the back, the family members can write, memories about them, and they can read it when, when they have no visitors. So this is something that I can share. I think not just for patients, but I think during this pandemic, anyone would love. We should get back, writing a handwriting, a snail mail again.
Everything going through emails. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's something different. Right? There is actually a research that is done. There's a difference between typing and writing down your goals.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that is also going to do a positivity challenge this month. So if you love her meditation, gratitude meditation, please join her together as well. So
Awesome. Thank you so much, Esther. All right.
bye and hug.
Keep going. One smile a day, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we did this before, and it was just a really nice way to do it. So I'm trying to make everything simple, right?
That's what I love about it too. Yeah.
Everything is just so simple and fun, and that's what I want, because being happy is not hard. Being happy is easy.
Easy.
But sometimes because of this perception, like there's just so much information. It's like, oh, even with meditation, like, oh, I don't even know where to start, right?
I know.
So my thing is just 3 deep breath. That's all you need. Just 3 deep breath. And last time when I did these gratitude meditations, I pick a different positive emotions that you can incorporate with your breathing, because breathing is powerful enough by itself. That's why when people are panicking, they give you this brown bag and they ask you to take a deep breath, right?
Yes.
Because the moment you do that, the moment you take the deep breathing, your heart rate settles down, right? And your thoughts also calms down. And this is what I find, that our body and our mind is connected. And if one of the either the body or the mind is affected, we can help it with the opposite. So say for an example, you have an anxious mind, you take a deep breathing, and then your thoughts will calm down, right? And then it's actually the same when you are very anxious, like when you panicking, if you can tell your brain like, calm down, it's okay, everything's gonna be all right. It can, whatever you think will also impact on your body.
Yeah. So you just say these 3 breaths, and then telling your mind it's okay to calm down, and then the mind will send a signal to the body to calm down.
Yeah. And what I love is that you can pick different emotions. So my favorite emotion is obviously love, and I think we did that. It was just really nice. So what I want to share with you today is to not only breathe, but also to visualize and to utilize your mind to also heighten the experience of experiencing the emotions. So today I'm going to share how to breathe with love. And it's quite simple. Some people think, oh, I don't know, I haven't, even for some people, they haven't experienced that love, like sometimes they forget as well. So, and it's quite bizarre, because if I ask people to tell, oh, you need to love yourself, they struggle. But if they can imagine someone who has given you so much love, it's a lot easier for people to think. Right?
Yeah.
So today I want you to just picture and invite three people that has, you know, that you love or that has given you so much love in your life. And then I want you to picture them, you know, invite them into this space while we're doing the deep breathing meditations. And when you do that, what is amazing is that if you can engage all of your five senses, so your sight, you know, if, even if you can smell what that person smells like, you know, if you can hear what they, you know, what their voice sounds like, you know, right? If you can engage with all these five sensories, it's quite amazing how heightened the experience is. So I want you not just to do the deep breathing, but I want you to also visualize what they look like, you know, what they smell like, or even, you know, if you have spent time, you know, eating something together with that person, you know, what can you taste in your mouth, what can you hear? And I want you to also picture them like embracing you and picture them, picture how the love that have they given to you feels like in your heart. So we are going to engage with all these five sensories and also the feelings, right?
Sure, definitely.
Okay, so I want you to pick three people, you know, picture them. We're just going to picture the three person first, you know, what are they wearing? What do they smell like? What do they sound like? Uh, okay, so we wanna just close our eyes now. So I want you to just picture these three people first to invite them to enter this space because I believe that even when they're not here right now, you know, even if there is someone that who have passed away, the energy is still here and you still can feel them. So I'm going to allow, you know, just open your heart, open this space to invite them to come. Right. And we are going with each breath that we take. We are going to invite them one by one to just experience their love again. All right. So what we are going to do is as we take the first breath in, I'm going to invite you to invite the first person, and then we are going to hold our breath for a while. And then as you hold your breath, I want you to feel the love that they have given to you in your heart. And as you breathe out, I want you to send love back to the world. So you're going to invite them, receive them, feel them, and then sending it back out to the world or to the person that you have invited today. Okay? So we are going to start now. Invite the first person to come forward and you can picture them holding you. And we are going to take the first breath together. Breathe in. Just feel their presence in this space. Feel them holding you. And I want you to just hold your breath and feel the love that they have given you. Feel that love in your heart. Feel how warm it is. And as you breathe out, just send this love back into the world. Send it back to the person that you invite. And then on the second breath, I want you to invite the second person that you've loved so much or that have given you so much love. Right? What are they wearing? What do they sound like? What do their laughter sounds like? And imagine, picture them holding you, entering this space. All right, second breath, take a deep breath in. You're inviting their presence into your space. And I want you to just hold and feel their love in your heart. Feel how beautiful it is to be loved so much in your heart. And as you breathe out, send this love back in this person that you love. Send it back also to the world for people who needs to feel love. All right, now we are going to invite the third person. and just hear their voice, hear their smiles, their laughter, and imagine them holding you tight. And we are going to take a deep breath in together. Breathe in. Just feel their presence here right now. And as you hold your breath, I want you to just feel their love in your heart. Feel it so warm, so light, so bright. And as you breathe out, just send love back to this person and send so much love to the world. I want you to just keep sending this love to everyone that you know, or even everyone that you want to know, and to everyone who has been working amazingly, the healthcare workers, the essential workers who has allowing us to still, running and experiencing life in this lockdown. And on your last breath, we're just going to take another deep breath in, breathe in. Just breathe in all the love that you feel within you and around you. And as you hold it, there's so much immense love that you receive from these people and also for yourself. And as you breathe out for the last one, just send all this love back to the world, to everyone who wants to be loved. And when you are ready, just open your eyes.